you. Family Health is a 90-minute program that looks into the psychosocial and clinical aspects of the society.
With our resource persons, we discuss health issues in down-to-earth terms.
Join us every Thursday from 12:30 p.m. to 1:55 p.m. on 88.4 Royal FM, the Listeners Radio, and live on Facebook at Royal FM Cameroon.
Family Health.
Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease for infirmity.
It is Thursday, the 28th of May 2026. Beautiful people, good afternoon. You are warmly welcome to yet another edition of your favorite health program, Family Health, on 88.4 Royal FM. And today on Family Health, we are going to look at health. We are going to discuss health. Today, we are talking about menstrual health. World Menstrual Health is being marked today across the world and in Cameroon, and it is an opportunity for us to discuss this important topic of discussion that has to do with the girl child and everybody. So today, if you want to learn many things concerning menstrual health, what it is, how to maintain a good menstrual health, when do you start talking about menstruation with your child, your girl child and your boy child as well, when is the right time, and what to do when the person sees his or her menses for the first time, all of those things that surrounds menstruation. We will have a health expert in the studio this afternoon who is going to be telling us a whole lot of things concerning this, our topic of discussion. Plus, in the program today, we are going to have our discovery page, the learn slot in the program. Yes, discovery page by Glory Ngange. We will have beautiful music to entertain you, and we will have our advertorial, the mutual assistance and solidarity. We kickstart with the gospel music, an opportunity to thank God and praise Him before we start our program.
Musique ensemble, mais Amanda oyo a mystique. Bomba, t'as fallu. Mais Paris, c'est un homme comme toi, mon vieux. Laisse-moi tranquille. Amanda, chante.
Hey. Yeah. Judge me, we gotta do just like you do, but so do you. So what you do? Hater, you're living a dream. With this blank in your eye, can you see? So how can you validate me? It's true, they be judging so much when our goal is to spread love. It's true, our mission is bigger than this. Whoa, oh my God, oh, Bakuloba loba, oh my God, oh my God, oh, Bakuloba loba, oh my God, oh yeah, oh my God, oh, I will rely on my God, oh my God, oh, Bakuloba loba, oh my God, oh Bakuloba loba, oh my God, always. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not afraid, I'm justified by His grace, 'cause only you can search my heart. Kobina boyete, mani Zion dambete, Yangoko balate, donini yawe yozana liloba yasuka. You think you're more worthy, but like me, you sinner. Hater, you're living a dream. With a spank in your eye, can you see? Yet you wanna validate me. It's true, they be judging so much when our goal is to spread love. It's true, our mission is bigger than this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, always. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, always. Oh my God, I will rely on my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh yeah.
Oh my God,
Oh wait,
oh my God,
yeah. Yo usa bolingo, utalaka mutima. Yo yebi mwana nayo, natiki bango baloba, loba, natiki bango baloba, oh my God.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. It is always amazing to be on Royal FM 88.4. And this afternoon, if you're just joining us, you're onto Family Health. Today, we are going to talk about something really special, menstrual hygiene. Yes, and for that, we have a health expert here with us who is going to be sharing a whole lot of things concerning this, our topic of discussion. And we are going to be opening our lines for our listeners in case they have calls, they have contributions, they have questions concerning our topic of discussion. So feel free. In the course of this program, I'm going to give you the different lines that you can use to join us on Family Health this afternoon. But first, we will start with our advertorial, the mutual assistance and solidarity, the MASO. In the mutual assistance and solidarity this afternoon, we want to just remind our mutualists, our listeners, how the population out there concerned by the mutual assistance and solidarity, as well as those who are not concerned, that we have just few days for the end of registrations and contributions into the mutual assistance and solidarity. Today, the 28th of May 2026, 28th of May 2026, we have you're supposed to have 23,900 francs in your account. That is if you have been contributing from the start or the launch of the registration since the month of July. You're supposed to have your 23,900 francs in your account. Yes, that's the amount you're supposed to have. And if you are waiting or you cannot wait for that today, it's going to be taking place on the 4th of July 2026, and from today to that date we have 37 days left. That is 37 days left for that raffle draw ceremony to take part. Yes, and that's the grandiose ceremony that we always organize at the end of every mass of solidarity here. Then for those who are contributing, are still contributing right now, they are left with how many days? They are left with 32 days to do their contributions, round up their contributions. And the days are running, there's no time. So please try as much as you can to make sure that you round up with your contributions, you make sure that you're up to date with your contributions, you make sure that everything is set, and plus you collect your raffle draw ticket at all the Renapro Finance SA branches. Yes, the raffle draw tickets are available. That is for those who are going to be participating in the raffle draw ceremony. Please do well to collect your raffle draw ticket at all Renapro Finance SA branches here in Yaoundé, as well as across other agencies in Cameroon. And everything is going on smoothly. The ceremony is getting set and everything is fine. So please, at that level, do not have any worries. I recall that contributions are also ongoing. We have just 32 days left, and it is still possible for you to enroll now. It is possible for you to contribute all of your money still now. So do not say that there is no time. There is still time. You can start with your registration, which is free of charge. Then you buy a contribution booklet, which costs 500 francs. Then you endeavor to contribute your 26,000 francs CFA, because that is the money that is going to make you eligible to take part in the raffle draw ceremony. 26,000 francs for the whole year. If you don't contribute all of the money latest on the deadline, after that you will not be able to take part in the raffle draw. So we insist, because people will come telling us that they actually contributed 25,000 or 25,500 or 24,000. They want to take part. No, contribute your 26,000 francs complete. You take part in your ceremony. Anything you're going to back home will be at your own advantage. So please, we are calling on the population, mutualists, everybody, those that have registered, those that have not registered, those that have contributed, those that are still to contribute and conclude. Please, there is no time. We have just 32 days left to the deadline. The deadline is on June 29, 2026. That's the last day of contribution, June 29, 2026. So there is no much time. Then we are going to move to something else in this advertorial. We are going to talk about assistances that the mutual assistance and solidarity can provide to you. Aside from taking part in the raffle draw ceremony, you can benefit many things. You can get assistance at many levels. Let's talk about the legal assistance that you can get. Yes, you can get legal assistance if you are a mutualist. If you become a mutualist, yes, you got the right to get legal assistance when you have any judicial matters, any court cases, they will assist you. Legal minds will be given to you who will be able to assist you, tell you what to do, tell you what step to take. So they are there to help you for the drafting of contract, legal and judicial guidance, and support you in case of litigation with the scope of professional activity. That's what they are there to do for you. Then aside from that, they also do the free promotion of the mutualist activities or project on the radio station Royal FM. Yes, that's what they also do. Can you imagine if you have a project and that you are a mutualist, everything is cool with you, you're up to date with your everything, you can get a free promotion from the mutual assistance and solidarity done to you by Royal FM. Do you hear that? That is one of the benefits, just one of them. There are many advantages that you can have. So let's move to the other advantage. We are going to talk about 3 advantages today. We will talk about the free installation of boreholes in neighborhoods and towns. Yes, free installation of boreholes. So many boreholes have already been installed in so many neighborhoods here in Yaoundé and on the outskirts of Yaoundé as well. And this is done by the mutual assistance and solidarity with aim to support the government fight the problem of water shortage. We are Cameroonians, we understand. So The Mutual Assistance and Solidarity provides you a free borehole. And how do you get this borehole? All you need to do is make sure that in the area where you are, the neighborhood you guys are mutualists. You ensure that you're part of the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity, and the number of people that are supposed to be part of these are at least 20 of you should be at least into the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity. And then once 20 of you are mutualists and up to date with everything concerning the MASO, you will write a request for the installation of the borehole in your neighborhood, precising where the neighborhood is, as well as where you want the borehole to be installed. And after this, you deposit it at RENAPRO Finance SA, yes, and then do not bother about it, and thereby the MASO, the borehole will be installed for you and your neighborhood. It is still worth noting that several boreholes have been installed in several neighborhoods here in Yaoundé, and people have been testifying of how helpful this borehole has been to them and their family and to the community, to the neighborhood. It is very, very great. So that's it for the different benefits that you can have. We have many advantages, but today we look at just 3. Then we move on to the MASO points. Yes, we got MASO points that you can go for your enrollment. When I mentioned that you can go for registration at RENAPRO Finance SA and as well here at the Radio House Royal FM, we also have MASO points where you can also go for enrollment. Yes, so if you are not possible, it is not possible for you to go to RENAPRO Finance SA, you can also go to come to the Radio House, or you can go to the different MASO points. And we have MASO points at many neighborhoods here in Yaoundé. One of the MASO points that we have now, it's located at Lonkac, the Lonkac neighborhood, Face Délégation Générale Sûreté Nationale. That's where this MASO point is, and the person in charge of this MASO point is Kameni René Dodi, and you can get to René Dodi through the line 694012860. 694012860. This is for the MASO point that is at the Lonkac neighborhood. And then the next MASO point is located at Carrefour Sam, on the way leading to Quartier Efulan, to the Efulan neighborhood. Yes, you can get to this MASO point and contact this line 671-050542, 671-050542, and the place where you can actually locate this MASO point is at Papeterie Cyber Cafe, and the person responsible there is Monsieur Temgwa Bertin Pierre Roger. Then we move over to the next MASO point, which is at Carrefour Olympique. You can go to this person through the line 691-830589, 691-830589, and the person responsible for this MASO point is Monsieur Silacha Fabrice, and he is in charge of Canal Store. That means the MASO point is at his Canal Store at Carrefour Olympique, Monsieur Silacha Fabrice, Carrefour Olympique. Then we move over to the last MASO point of the day, which is at the Mesasi neighborhood here in Yaoundé, and the person responsible for this MASO point he's just there for subscription, is Kemene Jean Clovis, and you can get to him through 693-909039, 693-909039. So that's it for the different MASO points that we have for today, because we have many of them, but today we look at just this 4 MASO point as well. So please, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what is your problem. I don't know what you're going through, but please endeavor to register and contribute into the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity. If you have registered, endeavor to round up with your contributions and be up to date. And also, do not forget to go get your raffle draw ticket at RENAPRO Finance SA branches.
Renaproof offers Maso.
I see joy, I see tears of joy, and I see how somebody has suffered.
As I've won today, I really appreciate this offer.
I want to thank Maso for that because at the onset I was really skeptical about it and I was scared. I was just saying that this is all fake, but today is a confirmation that it is not a fake news, it is actually right because I just had the opportunity of winning the sum of 1 million francs.
I just won 750,000.
Axix have already started. I will register for Axix. I subscribe for the villa.
And what if your solution comes from Maso Axis? Rush to any Renapro Finance SA agency and Maso registration points for your registration and contribution. Grab the opportunities offered by the July 4, 2026 event, which starts from 7 a.m. at the Amadou Aye Stadium in Yaoundé, and be one of the lucky winner of the different offers. At Maso, we simply live our African values. Renapro of Maso.
Je suis enseignante de formation, mais j'opère beaucoup plus dans la fossiculture. Je suis vraiment comblée parce que ce chèque arrive à pic, parce que j'étais vraiment dans le besoin.
Content. Merci beaucoup au Seigneur parce que grâce à lui, j'ai eu ça.
Je suis tolé de profession et commerçant. C'était vraiment un rêve pour moi, je ne m'y attendais pas.
Je suis vraiment très content de Renaproof parce que ce financement va me permettre de réaliser mon projet d'élevage de poulets et de porcs.
Et si ta solution venait de Maso, acte 6, rapproche-toi de nos différentes agences et points de souscription Maso pour souscription et cotisation et saisis cette opportunité le 4 juillet 2026 dès 7h au stade Omnisport à Amadou Aye de Yaoundé et tu seras certainement l'heureux bénéficiaire de l'une des offres. À la Maso, vivons simplement nos valeurs africaines. Royal FM. Royal FM.
Royal FM.
The time is 1 p.m.
Do you know about Beam? The offer that enables you to call all networks at the same price and enjoy TikTok and Snapchat data bonuses. Activate now on #200#.
If you're just joining us this afternoon, you're on to Family Health, and on Family Health this afternoon we are discussing menstrual hygiene, and the day is celebrated today, so it's an opportunity for us to talk about this, to sensitize people about this. And for that we have as guest today Mengu Alexandra Grace, who is here with me in the studio. She made it to Royal FM 88.4. Good afternoon, Grace.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about your week. How has things been going? I hope it has been going well.
Yes, the week has been pretty intense, but thank God everything went well so far.
Okay. All right. Today we are talking about menstrual hygiene. It is marked today. The day is today. So we just seized the opportunity to talk about this. And we are only singing menstrual hygiene, menstrual hygiene. What is menstrual hygiene now? I beg, tell us.
So menstrual hygiene is it's generally this day you have to know that it was chosen first because most cycles last for 5 days and most people have 28 day cycle.
Yes.
So hence why today is menstrual hygiene day. So it's simply the day where we observe how to better manage our menstruations, and the most important is ensuring that talking about menstruation does not become a taboo. Hence the theme period friendly.
Okay, that's it for menstrual hygiene. Then what are the things that we need to do in order to maintain a good menstrual hygiene?
First, you need to have sanitary pads. There are many types of sanitary pad. There's sanitary pad itself, which is virtually a piece of tissue, cotton, which has been appropriately made. Equally, there's also cups. Some people afford cups, period cups.
What are cups?
They are just like the name is, a cup that you insert. And it can last for so many hours. But generally, what we find in our stores, it's sanitary pads, which ranges from 500 francs to 3,000 francs.
That's the way we are supposed to manage.
No. For the management, once you have it, you have to ensure to always clean yourself. Take a bath and ensure to wear clean pants. You have to ensure to have sanitary pads with you, maximum 3 hours. And you have to change it per day, minimum 3 times. That's for someone that bleeds averagely. If you exceed the time of 3 hours per pad, you will likely develop infections. That's why it's not advisable to keep on a pad for more than 3 hours. You have to change yourself. And one of the things that helps in the management too is it's advisable to stay where you can have easily access to clean toilets and water.
But we used to see in some adverts on TV when they're advertising sanitary pads, they say you can stay with sanitary pads to 8 hours. It absorbs, you can last with it to 8 hours. But you're telling us that it's 3 hours. What about that 8 hours?
No, you can't stay for a sanitary pad for that long. Naturally, the body of a woman secretes has his vaginal mucus. So now during the menstrual period, you go about your day normally, as long as you don't have a heavy bleed. You go about your day, you go to school, you go to work. So what happens is, at a given point after that 3 hours, you will notice, if you exceed, the color is going to get darker. Like it's going to leave from that fresh drop of blood to getting sticky and darker, and even having a smell. Because we must know that having our period is not dirt. It's not something dirty. It's simply dead tissue coming out from us.
Okay.
So it's important to, once we have that drop, to change ourselves. If not, you will notice a change in color, you'll be uncomfortable, and you will be smelling.
Okay. So when you're each time you change your pad, do you necessarily need to, wash down there?
Yes.
You must wash?
Yes, you need to. That's why, unfortunately, that's why we keep on having this thing. Because unfortunately, we find ourselves most of the time with toilets who are not clean. So it's not easy to really clean down. But it's always good to have a clean tissue that you have in your bag.
That you will use. Okay. Then if it's like that, you have to be moving with that tissue, because sometimes when you're not at home, for example, you came out that you're out, and if it happens, what will you do? Will you always have water to do that? And what about women who bleed for long? They have heavy flow, and then they complain that if I have to change my pad every 3 hours, boy, I'm going to have to use 5 packets of pad every month, and they are forced now to manage so that at least they will not spend much. What can you say about that?
That's the issue we face now, because, for example, for youths and even for adult women, sometimes it's very costly, because for those that have heavy bleeding, the truth is they can barely go up to 3 hours with the same part, which means that in 3 hours they have changed themselves at least twice. That is to ensure that they stay fresh, odorless. So it's really difficult, because for such people, they can't just have 1 packet of pad a month. They can find themselves with 2 packets of pads a month, or 3 at times. So this is still a call to every person involved in the domain to have a kind of subsidies for these products in order for it to be available at a cheaper cost. That will greatly help.
Okay. All right. Then what about those who do not use pad, that they use pieces of clothes? What can you say? Is it safe to use pieces of clothes?
Okay, so some years back there was a lot of organization, one whom I volunteered, and others, they actually have reusable pads. With reusable pads are actually pieces of cloth, 100% cotton, that are designed, sewed, just like the normal pad we usually use.
Okay.
Now for that one, you need to be extremely clean, because it implies you have your bucket that you don't share with people at home, and then you will use clean water and clean soap, no bleach, and you will wash it. It will become clean. So you will have like that a lot, which you will reuse, hence the name reusable pads. So that's one of the ways we can manage it. But as I said, it must be someone that is very clean, because once it is dry, you need to iron it properly, and then you will have like your bag of pads where you will keep them.
Okay. Given that you have to change with these clothes now, do you still keep it for 3 hours?
Yes.
Do you keep it on for that same 3 hours?
Yes, you still keep it. The duration of wearing a pad does not change.
Okay. No matter if it's reusable.
Yes.
And
the only types
pad
of menstrual products that can go more than 3 hours is, for example, tampons, which we know it's very costly.
Yeah.
That's why you rarely see it in stores, and if you find it, you can find one for 1,000 and above. Same thing with menstrual cups, because a tampon is just It's just a tissue that has been wrapped that you will insert, and actually, that's why those adverts, in that sense, it's real, because it lasts really longer than 3 hours.
But the color of the blood will not change.
No, because the tampon, the role of the tampon is just to absorb, not to keep.
Okay.
Our usual parts, your blood just falls and then you change yourself. But with tampon, it absorbs.
Okay. Then this clothes, you say you also wear it for 3 hours. You remove, you wash. So when you insist that we must be extra clean while using these pieces of clothes. So when you're changing, after you've changed, how do you proceed to handle these clothes after you've used? Do you wash each one, or you stock and you wash? Please explain the procedure. What are we supposed to do?
No, for example, if I'm using a reusable pad, I am maybe stepping out of the house. It means that I will have my plastic, I will keep it, I'll get home and I'll wash it. It's not possible to stock all of them.
How do you wash it? You said just with water, soap.
Yes, clean water. You will warm
soap.
water.
Okay,
you will dip it
water.
in it. It's the same procedure, just like reusable diapers for children. It's the same procedure.
Many people don't. So we want to
so
know.
for that, you will warm water. You will soak it inside. You don't use bleach. The reason you don't use bleach is because it's not like other clothes you wear on your body. It's going to a sensitive part. So you will have to use our normal soap, our Mayo or Azure or any other.
No, we are not making adverts here for them. So any other soap, no, just soap.
Then you will leave it, you soak it for some minutes, like 10 to 15 minutes. Then you are going to wash it thoroughly and rinse it and dry it under sun. So you don't hide it. That's another thing about menstrual hygiene. You don't hide things in toilet.
Okay, we have a call on line 1. Hello.
Hello.
Mommy Vera.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon to the doctor studio.
Yes, please.
She says good
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wanted to add a bit on that menstrual part.
Okay.
Menstrual hygiene. The one that I use the towel on that I have to wash it. I don't think it's very advisable for people to go use it, because they put other people uncomfortable with the odor. You know, when you have to remove it and put it in the bag and it will stink. It really does stink. So it's not really advisable for guys to use those type of pads, because those are olden days things. It's better to use your normal pad and then you throw it off. Thank you, because it comes with a plastic that you can tie it and throw it off for people not to have the odor. Thank you.
Okay, Mommy Vera. If we have to tie, to remove the disposable one and tie, is it not the same thing like using the washable one?
Actually, the truth is, she's right about something. It seems to be some olden days method.
Yeah.
But actually, why I'm bringing up this topic is that it's still something going on.
Okay.
There are still people in this Cameroon. I don't just want to cite the regions and everyone involved, but there are still people that cannot afford a sanitary pad of 500 francs at least in these times.
Yeah, that's true.
So the reason why this comes up is because there are other people. If you, for example, open a day where people have to anonymously share their stories about menstrual pads,
yes,
you're going to realize that there are people that sometimes if their sanitary pad gets finished, some of them have used toilet tissue that we use normally. Some of them have used all sort of tissue. Still in this time, that's why people are trying to find out solutions.
Okay. All right, that's it for that. Now let's talk a little bit about children. Now that we are saying that we have to be very clean when you're seeing your menses, what about if it's a 13-year-old child, 12-year-old child? How if it's the first time mom that is having a daughter that is having her menses for the first time, what advice will you give that mommy to tell her daughter in order to be fine? Or will the mommy be changing the child herself, be supervising the child herself? Or what can you actually tell that mom out there to do so that her child will remain healthy when she's having her menses?
First, in modern times now, any mom, be a first timer or not, as soon as you notice your daughter having her first period, the first month you need to guide her. You're not actually changing her, but you need to be, for example, the one that pay her sanitary pads, give it to her, teach her how to wear it, tell her the things she needs to know, like what is going on in her body, basically what can happen to her, because menstruation is linked with pregnancy. So it's important to teach her basic sexual education. So you teach her about that. You equally teach her how to care for herself during those 1 to 3 months.
Okay. So before talking to her about menstruation, when she sees the menses, is it not important to also start talking to her about that before it is time?
Yes, it is important, especially when we know that your first ever period differs. There are children that have started menstruating at 9 years old, others later on when they were already in the college. So you can start by teaching her how to care for her underwears. That's the first step.
Okay, all right. Then let's talk about children who menstruate. Is there a specific age to start seeing menses for everybody? Is there a specific age?
Not for everybody. It's a range. You can expect your menses from 9 years old to 15 years old. If you don't have your menses after 15 years old, sometimes for some 16, you need to consult. So there's not like a
because they will say 9 years. No, she's too young, she's too small, there's something going on.
No,
that's what they say, that 9 years old the child is too young. Let's have a call on line 1. A caller on line 1. Hello. Yes, good afternoon.
I'm coming back again if you don't mind.
Okay, Mommy Vera.
Yeah, that reminds me when I was still a kid, when my mother, the first time I saw my menstruation, I don't know what it was all about. I just realized that I had stand up. So she had to draw me. Come on, draw me as if it was a problem. Just draw me and pull me the way into the room. And start telling me that if I see a man, I should run away. I was just confused. Before she had to show me how to pat themselves. So because there are so many women don't even know how to pat themselves. Immediately they pat themselves, the next minute they're pinned up.
Yes.
So you have to teach your daughter how to pat herself very well. That's the main secret in it.
Thank you. And Mommy Vera is bringing up something very important. Once, I don't know if it's still the same nowadays, once a mother sees that her child is menstruating, first of all, the child had no idea of what menstruation is. Then when she sees it, she has no idea. Then plus the mother's reaction, she's very dramatic. She will start telling the child, don't go closer to men. What can you say about that mentality?
Yes, that's why I mentioned at some point that having your first period and pregnancy, in our context, it's like we place it in the same basket. So at one point when you have your first ever period, they blame you for that. It's like you've done something bad.
Wrong. Like you just got Mommy Vera. She said her mother had to drag her at the corner like there was a problem.
Yes.
It brings in that kind of stigma, So we mentioned a lot of stigmas that we have to break on this day, World Menstrual Hygiene Day. What are some of the stigma that we have to break and normalize?
For example, it is normal to buy your parts. You don't need to get in a store and use code words and be like, and show. Sometimes I buy my parts myself. So sometimes I see other women. They'll be like, they just show.
Yeah.
They show they
are ashamed,
especially when men enter. And then there are other instances where you have to use other names. That's a stigma because it's a normal thing.
And some people, even just the thought of going to the store to get it is terrorizing
Just
them.
try sending your brother to the store.
I've tried. My brother told me that he will never do that again. Never.
So that's the stigma here breaks with our mindset.
Yes.
Menstruation does not only involve women. We were all born from a woman, which means that if you have a sister, a wife, cousins, you need to care for one another. So there is nothing wrong looking out for one another. The second stigma here is thinking that periods are dirty. No. It's just the residue of blood from our body. We usually describe it in biology like failed fertilization, simply put. Like we used to say, like a cried egg, like fertilization didn't occur. That's why we are bleeding. So rather, it is a blessing. It is a natural process that occurs in every woman.
Okay. All right. That's it for the stigma. What else? Do you have something else?
Yes, one that is very common recently and even before. For some world region, in some tribes and community, when you're on your menstrual period, you don't cook, you don't clean, you are considered like an outcast. If it's a big house, they'll probably just pack you in one corner of the house. I have seen it, and it's still common till date.
And I remember when I was younger, my mommy told me about this, that in the village when they were growing up, when you start seeing your menses, the compound where they were living, she was living in her grandfather's compound. You have your room. There's a room that is special for women who see their menses. When it's that time of the month, you go to that room, you have your cup, you have your pan, you bathe there, you do everything there. You don't even go closer to the bigger compound till your menses is over, and they come and give you food there. They come and give you food in your pan. You don't eat in any other pan. What's the belief behind that?
The belief you are dirty. Like having your period for some weird reason in some cultures is tied with being dirty.
Yeah. Okay. Now, before you go, we have just few minutes to go because we have our discovery page. Can you have a general message for young girls out there concerning menstruation? I don't know if you have whatsoever message to tell them, to make them, to reassure them concerning their menses, or tell mothers concerning how to maintain a good menstrual hygiene. Just tell us something good.
So, general message, first it goes to our mothers. They need to be more open to their girls. They don't actually have to wait for the girls to feel worried or question themselves. We are blessed because we find ourselves in an era where the level of ignorance has slightly reduced, but I say slightly because since we are still having our mindsets, for some reason we still make people feel bad. I want to tell us all that it's normal. It's a blessing to have a period, and that we should be treated accordingly. We should equally be careful about the intensity of the pains, because if you feel too much pain, you should consult. It could be a problem. It's not normal.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Nurse Mengu Alexandra Grace, for answering present today at Royal FM 88.4 on the program Family Health.
Thank you very much for receiving me. Nice day.
Thank you. Now we are going to have our lunch slot of the day. It is the discovery page with Glory Gange.
Family Health, our discovery, our discovery.
Glory Gange, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Finu Crispin. Hello, family health lovers. Welcome to another discovery with me, Glory Gange. Today we continue with natural remedies to some conditions or pain with focus on period cramps. Most people don't only menstruate monthly, they are subjected to pain each time their period shows up. You may have always been wondering why these cramps happen and why it is not the case with everyone. Well, let's begin with an attempted explanation to this. Menstrual cramps are throbbing and aching pains in the lower abdomen that occur before or during a period. They range from mild discomfort to severe pain that can radiate to the lower back and thighs. For some women, the discomfort is merely annoying. For others, menstrual cramps can be severe enough to interfere with everyday activities for a few days every month. Now, this is why most people experience pain when menstruating. During your menstrual period, your uterus contracts to help expel its lining. Hormone-like substances involved in pain and inflammation trigger the uterine muscle contractions. Higher levels of prostaglandins are associated with more severe menstrual cramps. In other cases, health conditions like uterus fibroids and adenomyosis might be the reason for this pain. Let's have a detailed look at it. We have endometriosis. Tissues that act similar to the lining of your uterus grows outside of the uterus, most commonly on the fallopian tubes, ovaries, and the tissues lining your pelvis. Uterine fibroids. These non-cancerous growths in the wall of the uterus can cause pain. Adenomyosis. The tissues that lines your uterus begins to grow into the muscular walls of the uterus. There's also pelvic inflammatory disease. This infection of female reproductive organs is usually caused by sexually transmitted bacteria. Cervical stenosis. In some women, the opening of the cervix is small enough to impede menstrual flow, causing a painful increase of pressure within the uterus. Here are some simple tips on how to manage the pain. Apply a heating pad, heat patch, or take a hot bath targeting your lower abdomen or back. Heat increases local blood flow and relaxes the uterine muscles that cause cramping. Sip herbal teas like ginger, which naturally soothe the stomach and reduce inflammation. Adding cinnamon can also reduce pain duration and intensity. Eat foods high in magnesium such as spinach, dark chocolate, almonds, and bananas, which naturally relax muscle tissues and reduce spasms. Incorporate walnuts, chia seeds, or salmon into your meals. Omega-3 fatty foods help decrease prostaglandins, the hormone-like substance that trigger uterine contractions. Light walking, stretching, or gentle yoga poses improve pelvic blood circulation and release pain-relieving endorphins. Drink enough water to prevent fluid retention and minimize abdominal bloating. Notably, if these remedies do not change the situation, it's preferably you see a doctor. Thank you, Finyo Crispin. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Glory Gange, for that interesting discovery pitch, and I hope that you listeners grabbed something new on today's edition or on that slot. Next week, we will have Glory Gange still discover something interesting for us on family health. And we've come to the end of the program, technically assisted by Romeo Adekume, our sound engineer, and our studio's clerk Brian Bida. was our video editor is responsible for our YouTube channel. We go there live, and editorial coach Enable Bila Samari. For coordination, Roger Kiek, and for general supervision, the Reverend Pastor Bisai Emmanuel Noel. For presentation, I have been Frinwe Crispin, thanking you beautiful people for staying with us today on Family Health, and praying that next week we will be together by God's grace. Time for us to welcome Theophile Awanda, presenter of Jude et Société. Theophile, bonjour.
Bonjour.